Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my channel. My name is Jessie Jagpal, if you are not familiar with me. And I am going to do another balloon pop today. Not the challenge, but just a regular balloon pop. And then I have a short little story for you guys. It's more of like just to create awareness of this area. Just as I came across it, I was doing some research. I didn't really know what to do. So it doesn't really go into any specific details of a ghost story, but it's just many encounters and it's a particular location. So we'll go into that here shortly. I have my cup of coffee, my Dunkin' Donuts coffee with extra sugar, as always. I think I added a little too much. But here it is. I have a green balloon for you. It's a little baby balloon. I wanted to kind of try something different, so I figured I'd go with a smaller sized balloon just because these balloons are just harder to blow up. So yeah. So here we go. 1, 2, 3. Oh, wow. Oh my gosh. You won't see me doing this often, but I have to fix my lash because that really was something else. Okay, welcome. Good morning. It is Tuesday, January something. It is Tuesday, January 8th, 2019. Happy New Year, everyone. Hope you guys are all having a great start to your New Year's and you're staying warm in those regions that you're getting snow. Unfortunately, it seems like most of the nation, most here in the States, aren't really getting any snow. Leave a comment below if you guys have snow where you live, if you're here in the States or just anywhere in the world. I'm just kind of interested to see because I feel like I've been watching all these YouTube shows, like I'm all into it, and like majority of the different parts of the nation here aren't getting snow this year. So yeah, I mean, we've had rain here in California, but it's not very typical to get snow. Although we did get snow one year, like it was back in, I want to say, a long time ago, 2003, 2002. I was in, I believe I was in not 5th grade. 6th or 7th grade, and I was in a media class, and it snowed here in California because it never snows where I live. We don't live in a mountainy region, or we don't have the climate for it. But it did snow. It didn't stay set for a very long time. It melted, it did set on the grass or the lawn regions, but most of it melted when it landed onto the ground. So. But it was nice. Like the teachers, I remember they let us go out and go play in the snow, which was pretty cool. Yeah. Okay, anyway, so for today's story, I'm going to be discussing I believe it's a hotel slash pub. A pub is typically where a lot of people traveling from out of region or just even locals go to hang out and drink, just have drinks, hang out with friends. A lot of people that are on the road or, traveling, doing trade and other types of business typically stay at an inn, like a Jamaica Inn, a hotel, and there's like a bar area where you kind of hang out and drink. Well, Jamaica Inn is located in England, in the UK, and it is located in a region where back in the day, like long time ago, when it was built in 1750, which is like a really long time ago, it was hard to get to because it was isolated from the rest of I'm assuming the rest of the country. So it was just primarily for people that were like smuggling things in, and things were being smuggled out. There were pirates that would come off of ships and just to have drinks at the pub. And so it was almost like it was not a very friendly environment, obviously. Like it was just meant for these really big bad um, you know, pirates and smugglers to kind of come together and do their business, like what the pirates and smugglers do, you know. And so a lot of people had to go into this region. I'm assuming that's where they met to do a lot of their trade, and you know, and avoiding having to pay taxes and everything else that the government required of you at that time. And it just did their thing, you know. It was that get together area. It was difficult to get to Jamaica Inn or whatever. I'm not sure what it was called at the time. I almost feel like Jamaica Inn is like something um, recent, a name that was given maybe in the 1900s. I don't think it was called Jamaica Inn in 1750, but I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. But so a lot of people had to go by foot, or they took horses to that area because there was no road leading up to that area, and it was just like it was a dirt road basically. So people went on horses or walked to get to this building. There was no main road running to it. And let's see. So even if you look, like if you search it, there's a sign and like of outside of Jamaica Inn, and like you'll see like the background pictures of a pirate, which is pretty cool. So and it goes on to explain that Jamaica Inn, they're not sure, again, just like I stated. They believe that majority of the people that were living at this location did a lot of illegal things. You know, there was smuggling, and there's smuggling, transportation of different sorts going on between different parties that wasn't approved by the government or whatever the leading person was at that time. And so a lot of, again, like most people assume, like, you know, smugglers, we have a bad connotation with when we think of smugglers, but they go on to explain that most times that smugglers, the reason they do what they do is because they can't make ends meet just doing a regular job or task that typical people do, because they'll either starve to death, or there's other things that hinder them from supporting their families and loved ones. So they turn to things like smuggling. Anyways, to get to the point, basically, there's a legend. It became a legend because it's been so long, you know, tracking back to the 1700s. There's some people have experienced things in that area in the Jamaica Inn. It's still around. You can go take a look. I believe they give tours of that area. It's been remodeled and everything. But people that have visited Jamaica in the 1900s, and I'm sure even recently, have said that they have noticed a lot of activity in the building. People have seen all different sorts of things. The legend specifically talks about a man that was drinking at the pub, and it doesn't really state when the incident took place. But it just says that he's been spotted in the 1900s quite a bit. So there was a man that was drinking at the pub. We don't know who he was. We don't have detail or like information on his physical characters. But he walks out. His drink wasn't completely finished, and he walks out to go outside to take care of some form of business, and he never returns. It's a mystery. And I don't think it's so much of a mystery, especially since just from like the type of information we've gotten of this location in general, like if it was not a very pleasant place to live, and most of the people that visited Jamaica Inn weren't families, it was smugglers and pirates. I'm assuming it was probably either a smuggler or a pirate, and he got into some sort of beef with another member of some other group, and you know, just like today's day and age gang members would do, you know, he got killed, basically, you know, and like he didn't agree to something, the agreement, he turned somebody down, etc., etc. And they're like, oh really, then here you go, and he was killed. And that's my take on it. Legend has it, no one knows really what happened to him. He kind of just disappeared, and then the next morning his body was found outside of Jamaica Inn, and that was it. And so after that day, the legend basically states that a lot of people have, I don't know what a bleak moor is, a bleak moor, I don't know, but his corpse or his body was found next to a bleak moor. But a lot of people see a man when they go to Jamaica in the UK. So if you were to ever visit, like if you're, you know, just inside drinking something, most encounters have been at night. They have seen a man. A lot of people will approach the man. They have stated that we approached this person. We were trying to have a full-on conversation with this person. He didn't make eye contact or have a conversation with us. So he avoids eye contact with you for whatever reason. And then people have seen like a man, and then he goes off in a distance and like just vanishes from the location. And so there's been a lot of encounters. There were more in the 1900s, and he was known as the silent stranger. That's what people called him, the silent stranger. And so again, a funny approach to it. Some believe that he just kind of returns in the attempt to finish his drink that he was never able to finish. So that's just one take on it, but no one really knows like if it's even him. I'm assuming a lot probably went down in that area just because of its history, you know, and what it's been known for, and the type of travelers and customers this area got, you know. So it was almost like, you know, like it wasn't the most pleasant place to be. So I'm sure a lot went down in that area, and there's probably a lot of spirits that are still not put to rest, or haven't gotten their peace, essentially. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for you. If you guys ever do go to Jamaica, I think it would be really cool, especially visiting older places like this that have been, like, it's just amazing to me because it was like an actual structure, a place where like pirates and like things you just, like, for me especially, like it's just a fairy tale, or like things you hear about like on the Disney Channel, because America wasn't even around at the time, right? Like, well, America was here, but like it wasn't where we are now. Like the history doesn't go back to what you're gonna get here, like in England or the UK, the Jamaica Inn, and with like pirates and all that kind of stuff, which is very cool. So I would definitely like to go visit this area in particular just for its history, and I think that would be really cool. So alright guys, I hope you enjoyed my video, and I will see you guys this afternoon. So if I do end up making another video this afternoon, I don't know yet, but yeah, have a great day.